Morning. It's a lovely Saturday morning. It's actually really cold, but about fishing, everything's good. My peace and tranquility is currently being ruined by some moron with a chainsaw. What is it with people in Fermanagh having chainsaw Saturdays? Anyway, hopefully I'll have some pictures of some nice big pike for you later on. And if not, well then you get to fucking look at me. Aren't you blessed? I quite fancy a spot of river pike fishing today. Also wearing the head mount for the GoPro. I'm not sure what sort of quality of footage I'm going to get, but one can but try. As you can see, it's a beautiful morning. Perfect, flat, calm. This is the actual River Erne I'm fishing. The thinking being today that it's been quite cold, so the fish are going to be in the moving water. And fish love structure. And well, a short flick of the rod over there, there's fucking tons of structure. Big marina full of boats. This area is usually quite busy with people in boats, so I'm going to have to be careful how I keep the lines to get them out of the way. But yeah, let's get the rods out. Let's get going. Right. These are Gadda baits, titanium traces. I've talked about them before. I'm going to give them a good go this year just to build up an opinion. I'm using a nice smelt. Just put the hooks in, there we go. Now if you were a pike, you would be all over that like a tramp on hot chips. Right, let's get that out. And this is on the bottom now. It's quite deep here, so just going to sink the line, because the last thing we need is boats coming past and catching my lines. That's just going to ruin my day's fishing altogether. I might actually have to lower these rods again, just the back end of it. I hope I don't have to start using back leads. And on this one, again, it's the same trace. I'm going to use A nice big old trout. I cut the tails off them, that way they don't spin in the water, because we are fishing in moving water here. The last thing I need is these constantly spinning. Although that I have good ball bearing swivels up there, I just don't want to have as much. I don't want to have a load of bait spinning. And this one should actually float, because before I froze it, there you go, see? Before I froze it, I put a load of boilie floater boilie sticks into it, and it floats. There you go. I used salmon flavour, so it should kind of it should float. Well, it does float, you just seen it. I'm just going to lob this one. And that's it on the bottom now. And that means it's time to go and get a cup of tea. I'm going to do something new here. Well, not something that's new, I've talked about it before. So that's CC Moore Pure Salmon Oil. That looks like a little wang of pellets. I'm going to dip pellet wang into oil, attach it to the trout, and that way there should be a load of scent coming off the trout. That should be popped up just off the bottom. Just leave it in there. Popped up just off the bottom. Just let that sit there for a second. Okay, I've caught a feeder. And I've knocked the other rod off. Okay. Right, let's get this out again quickly, because there's a lot of oil pumping out of it. And that's it on the bottom. Off. Put the lid on my bit on my oil, otherwise I'm going to kick the damn thing over. I'll stink of salmon oil all day. And there you have it. It's a cracking day, beautiful day. Oh. And we have a bite. I think we have a bite. Yeah, we have a bite. And we're in. He doesn't feel very big. Pull him away from that other line there. He's only a baby. He's only a baby. Okay there, Mr. Jack. Let's grab that bit too. Right. Now you can see what I do with my setup here. First of all, I find the clip that the trace was attached to. There. And I get the lead out of the water too, get the lead out of the way. Right, so lead is detached. Aye. Pike is in net, not doing any harm to himself. And now we're going to go and unhook him and weigh him. He's not very big, so I don't think I'll bother weighing him. But this is why I fish with everything on a clip, so that everything is easy to detach. You're not having the rod attached to you. Right. Hooks is easy to come out. We'll have to go into the gills for the other one. It's just nicked in there. So let's just get that one out. Oop. Calm down, son, calm down. Right, let's get you. Calm down. Calm down, right. Magic. Now the fucking hook through the gills. Right. Avoid fucking about with it. Just gonna snip it off, take it out the back way. Right. This is the beauty of having a titanium twist like this, and you just pull it out like that, and it's not going to do any harm to anybody. But it shouldn't do any harm to anybody. If the pike would let the net go, it would all be good. In fact, I'm not even going to bother weighing him. He's only a wee baby. I'll just take this hook out. Now I'll go back and release him. There's no point weighing him. And I even got to get my bait back. Happy days. Put it back in the net. Ow, you bastard. And away we go. That one was on a smelt. Right, and he's raring to go there. Come on, on you go, not back into the net, stupid. Come on, back out. There she goes, and she'll just sit under there and huff for a little while. I'm a big fan of using oils to flavour my baits. This is the same trace that I've just caught that pike on. I've just replaced the split ring and attached the hook to it. Now I'm going to carefully lacerate the side, and you can see with the pike's teeth lacerated it there a couple of times. The more you lacerate it, the more the scent will sleep out or ooze out. I meant to say seep. I don't know why I said sleep. You don't have to inject an awful lot, and this is just 3 or 4 mils of smelt oil, and you can see that it's just beginning to ooze out. Right. And this is why I use the clips, because they are so much easier than dragging a rod, a fish and a net and everything. Right, so let's put that one right back where he was. And that's on the bottom. Right, let's turn that alarm off before I have everything squawking at me. Shut up, you. Oh. Yeah, another week, another finger caught by the pike. And that's her, ready to rock and roll. First pike of the session. Haha. It's not a blank. I'm going to get a wee microphone for the GoPro that's a bit better. I don't know why it sounds like I'm heavy breathing like a pervert in a woman's locker room. Don't know why. With that pike, I wasn't going to mess it around. When I was taking the hooks out and it flipped, the hook popped through the gill rakers and outside her gill rakers. So I was left with a hook and her scissors and a hook at the side of her head. I wasn't going to bug her around, so I just snipped through the little split ring. These are little oval split rings. They are 80-pound break-in strain. With the braided line setup that I have, I've managed to snag up and pull the little split rings till they've popped. That's where I was snagged up on. I think it was a sunken tree or a root system. But I ended up with the trace coming back to me. Again, that's one for the Gadda bait traces. I am putting them through some, what I think, harsh trials. And so far I've been impressed. Very impressed with how they're coping. So, top marks to Gadda baits. It's important when you're pike fishing that you have the proper tools on hooking mats, pliers, and on this occasion bolt cutters or wire snippers. It's important that you have those sitting two-hand so that you're not messing around your catch. It's important that you have a good unhooking mat so that your pike isn't thrashing around on the stones and on the ground. If it's on the ground and thrashing around, it could do itself an injury. We don't want that. This is why we have unhooking mats. But yeah, that's the first fish of the session so far. Like I said, only a little one. I didn't even weigh it. But yeah, you can't beat this. You can't beat sitting outside in the nice fresh air, listening to some crazy person juggle chainsaws, cutting down things. It's been it's been a good day. We upped it. Now I have a family of swans sitting on top of where I'm fishing. I don't know why. Swans on the Erne seem to associate anglers with getting fed, so they're all sitting at the end of the jetty where my rods are, kind of looking at me as if I meant to feed them. I've got nothing for them, and I wouldn't have fed them anyway because they're just a pest. You know, beautiful birds, but Christ, they're dumb. At least there's not been any dog walkers. But no, it's actually a really, really bright, nice day at the minute. We had a little bit of a rain shower, so the sunshine's come out and that's kind of drying everything off. But no, it's been okay. It's been okay. This is a better view of the better test of the deeper that I got for Christmas. It's telling me that the water here is 7.1 meters deep. It's telling me that there's fish on the bottom. The temperature of the water is 7 degrees. It's quite a neat gadget. Now we're sloping back up. The only thing is, I'm a bit unsure about this rubber thing holding onto my phone. This is here for a fucking YouTube video. I make a cast and the phone flies off. Okay, that was a fish at the top of the water. A little tiny one feeding on the surface. Still about 7 meters. We're getting very shallow here, onto the inside of the lip of the river. Sorry, I don't trust this rubber thing. Now that's it right beside the boats. We're straight into 5 meters of water. Six. So the fish are sitting beside the boats. Now we're into the middle of the channel, where it's about 7 meters deep. Coming over a bit of weeds or something here, or a little dip in the ground is holding fish. Not quite sure what this is. I can see this would be useful for scouting out locations that I've not fished for a long time, to scout out shoals of roach. No, Mrs. Scobie definitely did good when she bought me this for Christmas. End of another day. I called time early. I was beginning to get pestered by swans. At the end up, I couldn't keep the bloody line in the water without one of the daft buggers going through it and tripping it. so no point, just go on and head home now. I also had a fucking heart attack as well, pardon my language. I was there fishing. I had a small pike. I haven't actually got that one on camera, but it was smaller than the first one, so it's hardly anything that I'm worth showing you. But as I dropped it back into the water, it swam off. I then had a look at my my left hand and noticed that my wedding ring wasn't on my finger. Cue panic, and quite a lot of sweary words. But the thought in my brain most of all was, how the hell am I going to go back and tell Mrs. Scobie that I've lost my wedding ring? Not even 6 months into the wedding. So I searched the place where I was fishing, and I thought maybe it's fell off my finger on the grass. Grass is short, I'll check the grass. Couldn't find it. I thought I'll check some of the footage on the GoPro today, and I got to this morning's footage and there was no ring on my finger, so there I'm thinking, shit, where's my ring? I then plucked up the courage, bit the bullet so to speak. I found the other half and said, I think my wedding ring must have fell off in the middle of the night. Go and check the bedroom, see if it's in the bedroom. And no, she didn't lose her mind. She didn't go mental. She just kind of texted me back and said, here it is, it's sitting in the bedroom, it must have fell off in the bed. So yeah, gets the blood pumping. You know, nothing like having a wee minor heart attack when you're fishing, thinking, shit, I've lost my wedding ring. But it's all good. Fishing wasn't that great. The river usually does better when it's moving. I don't know what's going on. The GoPro, not the GoPro, the deeper, when I was using it, I could see plenty of fish showing. Oh well. On to the next adventure. On to the next day's fishing. I'm debating in my mind whether to go out tomorrow. I don't know. Don't know. I mean, B's working tonight, so I could go out tomorrow. We will see.